Hi everyone, welcome to Effortless Manifestation Tarot, the channel where you can use magic and the momentum of tarot cards as a tool for effective self-reflection and manifestation with the natural laws of attraction and vibration. I'm your host, Colleen, and today we'll be looking for the cards for self-reflective guidance in the form of another tarot quickie, and today's reading is for Leo. Happy birthday, Leo. It's Leo month coming into the end of July and into the month of August. Woot woot for Leos. I'm a fellow Leo. My brother's a Leo. I know so many wonderful Leos, so it's going to be a great reading. And if you tuned into this channel looking for love guidance and astrological guidance, this tarot reading is for you. If you've been following me along or are new to the channel and are interested in learning how you can use the tarot tools for self-manifesting, follow me along on the journey by giving this video a like, a share, and subscribe, and tap the little bell. Apparently that's really quite important. And that way more people will be able to share their learning knowledge of tarot, and they'll be able to see more guidance in their life, and it would be wonderful to be a part of helping them. So down below, just some of the YouTube things, you'll find some fun info if you're interested in following me on Instagram or checking out my personal website where I have art inspired by tarot. I'm in the middle of making a tarot deck. You can just peruse it, and also you could check out my Etsy page if you love to. There's also some other links down to some other resources on tarot that I have that I think would be a very interesting thing to have you look at if you have the time. But just a little bit of info here today for your reading. I'm having a little bit of a different sort of I think the tarot reading that we are doing is going to be sort of like more of an intuitive Celtic Cross today, and I think that'll be the format that I'm going to be doing with the rest of the astrological signs as we make these videos from here on in, because I just feel that the tarot Celtic Cross is just like one of the older. Oh, see, we already have some cards popping out for you, Leo. It's one of the oldest and most traditional tarot renderings in the deck, and I just think it would be like wonderful to provide guidance in the form of that traditional aspect and mindset. So without further ado, let's go and see what the universe has to say for Leo as we go into changing this format so you can see the cards. We have the Nine of Cups that fell out, crossing with the Nine of Wands. Lots of nines, Leo. So it's going to be talking today about the completion of cycles. You're on the end of something, the tail end of something that's been very important to you. And perhaps in September, you might be feeling that it's going to be on its cycle of completion. August is probably going to be a pretty major month where you're going to be like filling in or completing certain cycles, whether that's in school or whether it's career. Perhaps you're thinking about changing something. Looks as though we have the Two of Cups that is crowning. Looks as though you are on a positive path, and we'll get into more clarity as the cards go up. But the Two of Cups also is a symbol of unity, and so I think that this outcome is coming to a positive fruition. We have also the Five of Cups reversed in the grounding position. In the recent past, we have the Two of Pentacles. Feel free to skip in front as the cards are sort of like intuitively coming down. A lot of people, I don't want to waste anybody's time, and so you could fast forward to this, but it's always interesting to see how the cards will organically process and shuffle out. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed coming into the near future. So got lots of pentacle energy around you too. It sort of seems that this is going to be sort of a reading that's built maybe on stable foundations of finances, but definitely a lot of like great ambition in here, Leo, and I wouldn't expect anything else. Ah, there you are. We have the Queen of Wands, dear Leo. That is you. Definitely in the protagonist position of the current surroundings of what you're going through. Upright. Really stepping into your power, Leo. Really stepping into your person. There's a lot of cycles ending, new cycles beginning, and perhaps this cycle is just kind of where you are finally like realizing who you're meant to be, and you're stepping into your power as to like where your ambitions lie in this life. All right. Outside influences, we have the Hierophant, which is your first major arcana card in the spread here. So that is a pretty big secret for you. It's also in the section where sort of like hidden influences or influences that you are currently not privy to see. So to have a major arcana in that position just sort of for me like doubles that magnetism of seeing that there's big secrets that are on the horizon for you to find out. We have the Star in your hopes and fears, your second major arcana card. Queen of Swords popped out too, but she didn't fall out of the deck, but that's also something that we could elaborate on. Let's just look, Spirit, what does Leo have for the outcome, the plausible outcome for this Celtic Cross reading? Must be a good one. We're trying to make sure that it's the one that is selected best. The Six of Cups. Wow, so we have a lot of stuff going on today, Leo. Hopefully you can sort of like see the spread. There we go. So you have a lot going on today, Leo, that it seems as though you have every suit and every arcana represented. So let's start with the protagonist position, the Nine of Cups. It seems as though if you haven't yet, you are going to receive news of some sort of opportunity being presented to you. It's coming up in the upright position in the certain thing that's grounding you. So what that's telling me is that you actually have an ambitious position in mind, or you actually have a plan in mind that you actually are fully realizing now, and you're saying like, you know what, if I just pursue this one step, you're looking into the future, but you're also looking back and saying, you know what, I may not have been on the proper path for me, or like a detour, sort of like sort of a path that, you know, like as soon as you got out of high school or as soon as you graduated college, maybe people had this presupposed idea of what you were going to do in this life, and maybe you did follow that for a few years, or you know, you took a few sidetracks. Maybe you took a gap year off for your education before you entered into your education, or maybe after, and now it sort of seems that you took that time to reflect. And when the Nine of Cups is in a spread, it's almost like, you know, taking 9 years to reflect upon your life. And maybe this cycle of 9 years, if you follow numerology, life goes in a series of 9-year cycles, and you could be coming upon a completion of a 9-year cycle, which allows you to have fully realized that everything that you have done, even though it may not have made sense at the moment, now makes perfect sense to you, and you are going to use this knowledge to your advantage to now chase your real dream, your destiny, your life path, and get right onto that horse and really pursue it. If there's a dream that you've been hoping to have, some ambition that you sort of were leaning into your own mind, into your own subconscious, sort of like really like sparked by something, you know, something that really truly comes out of the heart and into the creative process, but you've been too afraid to express it verbally or publicly, or, you know, really trying to like own it or embrace it. Perhaps you think that this is something that's totally unexpected of you. Perhaps it's something that you feel that people like will not sort of like reciprocate in the ideas. Certainly just take this whole expression as something that you're doing this for you. This is the time for you. You've had enough learning from others, and while the opinions of others are very valuable, they're other people's opinions and not your own. So it's sort of like you're sitting here, Leo, kind of like backed up by all of these opposing branches, and you have that one stream of your own thought, your own creative process. I had the actual fortune of a Brahmin in London once tell me that character is what we are and reputation is what others think. And this is something that I would really advise you to ingest. It's something that's worked amazingly for me in my life, that yes, what are we actually living for? Who are we actually living for? Is it ourselves or is it for other people? And when this card appears in the spread, especially it's crossing over this wish card right here, it's sort of making you sort of think that, yes, this is definitely something that I now must express for myself. In your roots, you have the Five of Pentacles reversed. Normally when the Five of Pentacles is upright, this is sort
sort of meaning like financial ruin or the loss of something, either a family member or something that's extremely important to you. But when it's reversed, this is kind of like coming out of that feeling of being left out of cold, coming out of that feeling of like self-imprisonment that you might have been holding yourself in for a while. This is a very fixed card. It's not a very large card of mobility. There's certainly certain aspects of it that like make you feel that you're in a stasis, or you're not able to be flexible, you're not able to go, and you feel sort of like, at the behest of everybody. And their resources. You can see that the two figures are kind of like hoping to be led into this house which holds the pentacles, and yet they're staying outside. When it's reversed and in the roots, I feel as though you're no longer going to be like, at the mercy of this energy. You're going to be building your own house, definitely, and not waiting to, be let in on the grace of other people. So I think that that's just perfect fertile ground for whatever you wish to express for yourself. What we have crowning the spread is the Two of Cups. Leo, it feels as though in the past, if you're looking at this for love, we have the Two of Pentacles, and this means sort of like balancing opportunities, options, and choices. I see a little bit of everything in this spread. It's not just a love spread, it's not just a career spread, and it's not just sort of like, a love, family, health spread. There's a lot of things going on here, and so that also like gives me a little bit of fuel to say that you actually are on the pinnacle end of a 9-year cycle. And maybe if things have not been balanced in the past, or you've had trouble finding balance, you've had trouble finding your soul tribe, you've had trouble finding unity, you are going to come into unity really quite quick. It feels as though the energy here, I have a lot of 9s, a lot of 3s, so it feels as though you're going to have this epiphany, and a lot of 2s, so like in 2 months. With the 9s, I'm sort of seeing September. August, I think, is going to be really quite a busy month for you, and then things will settle down in September, and you're going to be able to sort of stand back and take some options that are being handed to you. When the Two of Cups appears in a spread, it also means romantic union, yes, but it also could mean collaboration on a larger scale, on a higher scale, sort of getting together with your unification of the soul tribe, meeting like-minded people, and receiving an offer from somebody in order to propel you further down your spiritual path. I really appreciate when the Two of Cups comes into a spread, whether you're doing it for a romantic love reading or not, because it means that there are other people with you, there are other people watching you, and there's great compassion within their hearts. And so this is what's crowning the whole spread. This is what's leading you into this month and into your next cycle. However, it feels as though there are going to be a few stops and starts. We have in the direct future the Three of Pentacles reversed. So this is sort of telling me that you are most likely, you have a tangible idea of like how your mind is when it comes to delving into this new creative process. However, you're certainly not certain, or you don't have the firm foundations, or you feel as though you're not financially secure enough to sort of like get this idea launched. I'm here to tell you that this is an unfounded fear. The pentacles are very numerous in your spread, and also with the Two of Pentacles in your past, it's a natural progression. And also the Two of Pentacles can insinuate that you have been building a financial empire over this last period, this last little while. You just feel as though it's not enough. However, you are really quite financially secure and you're cared for. You have maybe support systems that you can utilize even though you may not want to. It feels as though this card, when it's upright, it's the card of collaboration, the card of using others as inspiration and building a solid foundation between like a group of people. And when it's reversed, it feels as though you kind of want to take the reins on everything. You kind of want to go uncharted into that darkness, not just because of the egoistic desire to be sort of a pioneer in your field, but also, Leo, I know that you're extremely generous, and it's also because of the feeling that you don't want to put anybody out. You don't want to bring anybody into this venture in case it doesn't work. It feels as though you have like some nervousness as to whether or not this is going to be a venture that works or is going to bring you balance and financial security. However, I want to draw your attention to the last 4 cards, 2 of which are cards that are focused on the major arcana. So we have the Star and we have the Hierophant. We also have your totem, Leo, the Queen of Wands, which is definitely, you know, certainly specific to this spread where Spirit is telling you, yes, we're hearing you. We know that you are on this new leg of your journey. And so they wanted to present this court card in this spread to sort of give you affirmation that if you're worried that this is, you know, sort of like a general reading for about anybody out there, this is definitely a reading for you, and you have been meant to come upon it at this perfect time. So, of course, we all know that, you know, the Queen of Wands is very ambitious. She's very mysterious. She wears her heart on her sleeve, but she doesn't let it interfere with her professional development. She's extremely seductive and she's extremely well liked by other people, but also sort of holds back a little bit. She's not as extremely, not warm, she's warm, but I don't know, as yielding. She doesn't give all of her secrets away at this time. And so that can also connote too that if you have something that's really dear to you right now, that you have this new idea for a new company or a new book or, you know, a new artistic venture or, you know, trying to switch jobs or finding an alternative career path, she's here also to tell you that it might not be the best idea to tell absolutely everybody, because when you tell a secret or when you have a wish, they tell you to keep it a secret for a reason, because the more you talk about your wish, the more the energy kind of like spreads around and dissipates. And the less potent for some reason it becomes, because you sort of, it gets played out like an old record. The Queen of Wands is somebody who's very regal, and she doesn't give away all of her secrets for her plans for world domination or, you know, takeover. And so she's presenting herself in this spread to know that, you know, in the position that she's in is to encourage you to think big, dream big, because she will only accept something big. Leos don't accept anything subpar. They'll definitely wait for something that's just perfect for them. And that's something that you have to be, as, you know, in Macbeth, that line, be brave, bold, and resolute, and don't give away your secrets too freely. In the outside influences, we do have the Hierophant. Now, that was your first major arcana card that dropped out, so that was a really large secret. It feels as though you're going to be getting some sort of recognition, some sort of graduation, some sort of offer of professional development that's going to speed you up into your next step. So whether you've been staying in a job for a while, it feels as though you're going to get some information from somebody for a job offer or a job lead. If you're looking to leave your career, there's going to be somebody that will act as a mentor to you in order to move you forward. Somebody's going to have a great connection, and this is a gift from the universe. It's definitely a selfless action. When you meet this individual, they are going to tell you about this opportunity from their own hearts. You know, it's definitely a sincere offer. And definitely for those of you who are like happy in your careers, there's definitely room for advancement and employment advancement, dear Leo. People also can look up to you in this way too. The Hierophant is always denoting the role of the spiritual teacher, the academic teacher. Some of you may be in the academic field, definitely, and also about to embark on a novel way of research, a new way of thinking. You may be getting an offer to get published. Your article might be coming through. There's some sort of in the next 5 weeks or so, something is going to be some sort of graduation. People are going to be looking at you with high honors and high esteem, and you're going to feel that. Definitely take the time to really relish in this opportunity. In the hopes and your fears, you have the Star card. Now, the Star card is one of my favorite cards in the tarot deck. It always denotes a very wonderful wish come true if you keep your affirmations pure and your intentions pure for the betterment of everyone, especially yourself. So when I see the Star and the Nine of Cups in the same spread, it's kind of, if you entered this reading, this YouTube reading with any sort of specific aspiration or idea in mind, this is confirmation that yes, this is a pure of heart intention, and you should be acting on it with your whole heart, no matter what any other people have said. I do see though, Leo, that, you know, I say that, you know, no matter what other people have said, but everybody has been really quite supportive of your venture. Maybe not in the typical way. I mean, like Leos, we love to shower everybody with affection, and certainly like our love language is definitely affection, touch, words of praise. Some people just don't show their love in that certain way, and that's okay. I just had the urge to tell you that maybe, you know, you felt as though you haven't been seeing the confirmation that you have maybe needed with this venture. It might be because you haven't told anybody about it, but I also feel that there's some people in your life or something that has been not a discouragement, but certainly a neutral voice. So just take that as a thought that they are sitting back and waiting for you to do some great things. Their silence is not a judgment. There is no judgment in this universe. That's only our projection of our own insecurities. And people really do want to see you succeed. Souls on this planet, that's what we're here for. We're here to engage in the creative process and to see ourselves succeed. With pure of heart intentions, there is no right or wrong. And in the outcome, we have the Six of Cups, which definitely is one of the most romantic cards in the tarot deck. And I do have to say that, you know, we're kind of saying, I know that this was sort of like a creative and an ambitious reading, but also when I see the Nine of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Cups coming in, I do see also that your love life is going to take a really nice turn as well. You definitely have a high likeliness of meeting your partner within this certain time frame of like the new moon in Cancer and the onward ability to play out the month in Leo. You may already know this person. Certainly, the Six of Cups denotes somebody that you already do know or you have acquaintanceship with, and you've known them in the past. So this person could be also coming in when you embark on this new venture. It feels as though you've been juggling options in the past. Definitely, this can also connote to partners. So if you're on the fence with somebody, somebody's going to come. Either one of them and make you a solid offer. I just want to quickly look for clarity on this card, the Six of Cups card. Spirit, what do we have for Leo for the outcome? Can you provide clarity on the Six of Cups just before we go? But I am really jazzed about this spread. It's certainly going to be a wonderful month for Leo. I think they really have decided to fully embrace this manifestation 2020. The world is kind of getting back on its feet, and so I think we should all be a little bit enthusiastic about that. All right, the Fool jumped out. So it jumped out reversed, so I'm kind of also thinking that this is going to be trying to be a new start with somebody who had past conflict with you. Somebody's going to come out from the ashes. Almost at the point where you might have been stuck on this one person so long and then you have had no contact or have had nothing to do with them for quite a long time. And then all of a sudden, when you've just forgot about them, there they will be to resurface and ask you to go on another journey. So I think that's extremely exciting, don't you? Leo, it's been an absolute pleasure reading for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed the tarot reading. I certainly enjoyed doing the reading for you. Again, happy birthday, and we'll see you next time on Effortless Manifestation Tarot. Okay, take care for now. Bye-bye.